Should I tell my girlfriend I'm dying before I break up with her? Plus updates. Original post. Basically, as the title says, I, 25 male, found out I have an illness that will kill me. It'll take over my body, and there's no cure. All the doctors can really do is prescribe stuff to make you comfortable. I've been with my girlfriend for 3 years now, and she's the absolute love of my life. Always loyal and there for me. I've been in and out of hospital many times over the course of our relationship. Mostly due to me racing dirt bikes. The most serious incident was a stab wound, and I remember how scared and screamy she got, even though I just needed stitches and got to go home the next day. This is not something where I can just go home the next day. I'm breaking up with her because she deserves to be happy with someone healthy, who can give her the life she wants and children. I'm scared she'll want to stay if I tell her what's going on. Part of me wants to lie and say I cheated, so she hates me and leaves. We have lots of mutual friends. She'll find out eventually it was a lie, and connect the dots and why I did it. But thinking about her crying from that lie breaks my heart. I don't even know if this is the right sub to post it on. I just don't know what to do. Break up with her and tell her it's for her own good? Lie? Guess I also needed to vent because it just hit me this morning. I found out last week, but it just hit. I won't see 30. Edit. For people asking me what my diagnosis and prognosis is, it's pancreatic cancer. Something like 95% of people diagnosed with it die in about 3 years. I wasn't even paying attention for not putting that in a post at the beginning. That's my bad. But as you can tell, I'm a little overwhelmed these days. Now for the top comments before reading the update. If you love her, give her all the info and let her make a decision. Just because you are dying doesn't mean that you deserve to be alone. Her heart will be broken either way. So you can either fill your remaining time with good memories, or you can waste what precious days you have left making your girlfriend sad because it's for her own good. Yes, don't lie and hurt yourself and her as well. It's hard, and I'm sorry for what you're going through. But she deserves to know the truth if she's the one for you. Just lay it all out on the table. Sending you prayers and positive energy. This 100%. Anecdotally, someone I went to high school with found out her boyfriend, ultimately her fiancé and then husband, was terminally ill. She did everything she could and stood by his side. She rode it out with him. Unfortunately, he passed after a long battle with cancer. She posts a lot about her memories with him, and she did throughout his battle. It was one of the most heartwarming love stories I've ever seen. Ultimately, it's your call, but if you love her and you think she loves you, you should let her know. Why doesn't she get to decide what's for her own good? This is a decision she has to make for herself. I know your heart is in the right place, and you're trying to protect her from the heartbreak of losing a partner so young. But breaking things off without telling her will just give her a different sort of heartbreak and guilt when she inevitably finds out that you're concealing this illness from her. I'm letting her make the decision herself, telling her soon. Good luck. This is such a hard thing to be dealing with, but it sounds like you're handling it very well. I'm trying to accept it and move forward. Hope she does too. Now for the mini update. Reading these replies, there's no way I can reply to them all, so I will do my best to do it here. First off, thank you to those saying kind things. Second, I realized how dumb I was for being wanting to lie to her. I made reservations at her favorite restaurant, and I'll tell her afterwards. Part of me hopes she doesn't stay, but we'll see what she chooses. Now for the first full update. Took her to dinner at our favorite date spot. Had some amazing food and some drinks like always. The date continued like normal. We drove down to the beach and started walking till we got to our spot. She spoke first and said that she could tell there's something I want to say because I have that look in my face. She then made a joke about how it's too soon for us to get engaged, so if there's a ring in my pocket, it better stay there. This made it so much harder. She thought there was a ring in my pocket when I'm about to tell her there never will be. Absolutely broke my heart. I told her she's right. There is something I want to say, and I told her everything. From how I've found out to what the diagnosis means to the prognosis. I made sure to not sugarcoat it or leave anything out. She deserved to know everything. For the next hour, it was a mixture of asking me if I'm sure, and how could this be possible, and crying. She immediately said she's going to stay by me and I don't need to worry about anything. I told her she needs to take a few days to think about it. I had already arranged for a best friend to be waiting in the other parking lot to take her to her house, and I went home alone. Before anyone calls me names for not driving her home, I didn't want her to be alone after finding out. But I also didn't want her to see me cry. If she saw me tonight, she'd get more scared. It would hit her that I'm terrified, and she'd lose her cool. I got an update that she fell asleep because she cried so much. I sent an Uber Eats of her favorite dessert to her friend's house, so it'll be there when she wakes up. As soon as I'm done typing this, I'm meeting up with my 3 closest friends to hang out. I've known 2 of them for 20 years, and the other one for 18. We're very close and shared too many TMI details. If anyone has suggestions on how to break the news of this to them, I'd greatly appreciate it. In the meantime, I'll be drinking for 2. Me and this bastard cancer. Edit? Thank you for the kind words. Couple things to add. 1. I'm in Canada, so I have free healthcare, and I'm not worried about the cost of fighting this. 2. I still haven't seen my girl, as she's still at her friend's house. She'll text me to ask how I'm feeling, and gets mad when I say I'm fine or make a joke. 3. Telling others. Couple things you need to know about my friends. 2 of them are in medical school, and the other in law school. They're still idiots, though. I started off by asking one of them to make a cancer joke, ending it quickly with "too soon, man, too soon." And that's how my best friends found out I have cancer. Medical school friends started telling me about new drugs and treatments, while my law school buddy demanded to see my medical directives form, and that's how they found out I've been an organ donor for years. My parents still don't know. Sister? Can't even pretend to have a clue on how to tell her. I still see her as my baby sister, so it's tough. Lol. Boss asked for a one-on-one this morning and told him my diagnosis. He said he'll help me take advantage of the company's benefits as much as I want. I told him all I really want is to show up to work like nothing's wrong, and no one find out until I pass out at work. He agreed. My daily is a 2022 R1, blue crotch rocket for you non-motorcycle folks. I love that bike, and have been asked if I'll stop riding due to this. Short answer is hell no. I've known I had something bad inside of me way before getting cancer. Life goes on, and so will I. I'll do my absolute best to keep you all updated if you'd like. Thanks. Mate, I saw your first post, and firstly, you rock. You don't deserve this. Secondly, I don't know if you saw my original reply, but I was in your girlfriend's position 4 years ago. Please reach out if you've got any questions or just want to vent. Keep making those happy memories, my friend. Big virtual hugs. I always thought that's what marriage was meant to be. I'm dating a man 20 years older than me, and sometimes, every now and again, he talks about what happens when he won't be here. But I love him so much that I don't care. She isn't staying out of kindness. It's because she wants to be there as long as she can. It's wildly different situations, but the same meaning. Even if it was certain he'd die tomorrow, I'd be there, and he'd do the same for me. I second this. OP, I am so sorry you're going through this. Nobody deserves this. The way you handled telling your girlfriend and making sure she's looked after was incredibly thoughtful of you. You're clearly a good person. Just jumping on to say I'm also dealing with a terminal illness and I'm 26 female. I went through a long time of denying myself the chance to be happy or let myself be loved for fear of what it would do to my partner when I die. At the moment I started letting myself be loved, the hardest parts of this awful illness got so much easier to get through. I'm getting married in 2 weeks because I want our commitment to each other be registered in black and white for the world and the system to know how much we love each other, no matter how long it lasts. I'm always here if you want to chat, OP. You got this. F cancer. First, I'm really sorry you have to go through this. Truly, you're so young. Second, great decision to tell her everything. She deserved honesty from the man she loves. Allow her to be with you until the end. She won't want to leave you now. Allow her to support you and love you. Don't be alone in this. You don't have to be. Thanks. She still hasn't really talked to me. She will. You took your time processing this before telling her, and that's what she's doing now. Just processing it all. I love how you told your friends. It's hilarious. They seem like a really solid bunch. You'll get through this. There is no right or good way to tell people that you are dying. The dying part kind of prevents that. It sucks. I'm sorry you're in that position. You just have to make the best of it. Try not to push people away to protect them, because you can't. The only way you could have protected anyone is to not have any relationships in the first place, and that ship has sailed. One of the worst parts of losing someone is the regrets of all the opportunities missed. The best thing you can do for your loved ones is to let them be there as much as they want and can. Otherwise, they might have to live with the guilt and the regrets of not doing enough or being there. Now for the second update. Sorry for being MIA, it's been kind of crazy. My girlfriend made a decision to not stay. She said she doesn't think she can handle it and doesn't want me to have to take care of her when it should be the other way around. I said I understand and will always love her. Paraphrasing here, but that's the gist of it. Then yesterday she called me and said she's thought about it and wants to stay. She brought up all the other crap we've gotten over and how we always end up stronger. She wants to talk about getting married and kids while I still can. When I ask what made her change her mind, she said she'll tell me after I answer, no matter what I answer. This made me uncomfortable because she changed her mind. I told her I need time to think, but once again I'm back to you lovely people to ask, what the heck do I do? Am I overthinking this? While I'm here, I'll tell y'all what happened with the others. Family. Told them while I was at my parents' for dinner. I brought my scans and test results and just explained it using facts, not feelings. I did this because my parents both hold PhDs and are university professors. I thought they'd accept it easier with evidence rather than feelings. Seeing my sister cry shattered my heart into a million pieces. I just hugged her and said it'll be okay because now she knows she'll get my car soon. She laughed a little and for some messed up reason that made everything okay to me. Friends, the 3 dum-dums I call my best friends, helped me tell some other close friends. They're being supportive and nice. I told them to cut it out and go back to roasting each other. They listened and we're good now. I've also told my work besties because they deserve to know. I sucked at answering everyone's comments and questions last time. I promise to try and do better here. As usual, I'm off to get drunk with dum-dum number 1 to 3. Cheers, bud. What made you change your mind is a fair question. And I really don't think it's okay to say I'll only tell you after you decide if you want to stay with me. It's understandable to want some assurance that she's not just going to change her mind again tomorrow, and understanding where she's coming from would help with that. I see it like this. She's devastated. She doesn't quite know how to handle all of this. My guess is she realized that even if she left you to handle this alone, she wouldn't be able to move on. She might see this as a way to carry a piece of you forever. Maybe even to keep contact with your family as a way to keep a piece of you. I really don't think she's planning anything malicious. She is already grieving and trying to cope with losing you. If it were me, I don't think I would deny her request because it's her life, but make sure she knows what's in store. She will have a hard life raising a child on her own. That being said, she may have a hard life anyway with you always in her memories. This is a terrible situation, and I would just accept whatever help she wants to offer as a way to say goodbye. God bless, and I'll be praying for your family. My first thought is she is probably pregnant, and that is what changed her mind, and she wants to hear what you think before telling. But that is just what I'm thinking. I'm so sorry this is happening. I know it doesn't help and doesn't change anything, but still. I'm happy you are in Canada though. You can give it your all without worrying about costs. Now for the last update. First off, to people who commented and messaged sorry for being MIA, I've been trying to get through them. Thank you to everyone who said kind things. A lot has happened since my last update. My girl said she would tell me why she changed her mind after I gave her an answer. I told her I wouldn't give an answer until I knew what changed her mind, and boy was I not ready for the answer. A lot of y'all thought she would tell me she's pregnant. Nope. She didn't want me to die without knowing her biggest secret, but only wanted to tell me if I stayed with her. Are y'all ready? She cheated on me while I was in the hospital from a motorcycle accident. I still don't get how this made her change her mind, but it's the only explanation I got from her. It just happened to be comforting her and made a move. She just happened to be emotionally vulnerable. Because it always just happens, right? I thought I'd want to scream or shout out at her, but all that came out was a big old goofy smile and laugh. That ticked her off. But I'm sorry, this is hilarious. I'm dying and she wants sympathy from me? I never asked her to stay. I never asked her to take care of me. Not now, not back when I got in my accident. I just got up and left. She's been texting and calling nonstop, sent every single one to voicemail. Her friends are calling me an a-hole for leaving her like that. Screw what they say. They all knew and didn't tell me. For the rest of what's going on with me, I drink a lot. Like too much a lot. I know it's bad, but it makes everything feel normal. The world when I'm drinking is just so much better than when I'm sober. I'm thinking of doing chemo, but I don't know if there's a point. I took a look at my finances, and turns out I have a tidy sum over here. I'm not going to blow it on entertaining myself or a year-long trip. I'm just going to work and spend it how I want. Whatever is left is going to be split amongst my friends because my family doesn't need it. And yes, I already cleared it with them. They have no problem with it. So now that I'm single and probably drunk, I will be able to answer your questions and comments. Also, I'm not sure if I've turned this sub into that one friend you can talk to about this random stuff or not, but if it's not allowed, let me know and I'll stop. Lol. Cheers, bud. Man, that took a turn for the absolute worst. And I thought you were going through the worst crap already. She deserves the least amount of sympathy from you, and her friends too. Also, the guy she hooked up with can go screw himself. I'd say drinking isn't the best thing to do to recover, but not like there's much else to do than just live up what's left in life. Just do it with people you love and respect more than you do it by yourself. Don't want you going and making any significantly stupid decisions. I'm not going to blow it on entertainment or a year-long trip. Why not? Go out with no regrets. Do something you've always wanted. Your boss has been supportive, so why not go on a holiday with him? Short of that, mate, look after yourself as best as you can. Make the absolute most of the time you have left. I told one of my buddies who is, how should I say this, running a successful street business. He found a guy she hooked up with and said whenever I felt like it, we could pay him a visit. Lol. Anyways, I didn't spend it on entertainment, but I did order myself a very nice Ducati I was saving up for. I know this is cliche, but honestly, if we all didn't save our money for the end, we would be so much more happy. Spend it on making memories you won't forget. Learn from my mistakes. Lol. I'm sorry for your ex, for what you did, for what you missed. I truly do hope you don't feel like there's nothing beyond getting drunk at this point, as your life is worth it, even if it's 1 month or 2 years. I don't want you to feel like you got sucked into a hole and now there's no point in getting out, and there's no point in living your remaining time. I understand why you want to numb it all, but if I may tell you something from the bottom of my heart, don't live like you're already gone. Live for the good times and memories you will leave behind with those you love, while you still have time to make them. I'm sending you all my good energies and good wishes. I'ma live like there's no tomorrow. I'm not crazy, so not scared of doing something that dumb. But I do have a bucket list of things to do. Things like steal a 100 speed limit sign. I want it on the wall of my garage. Haha.